Okay, well, we're here in Liverpool tonight with Mo Royce from Tragedy, the all-metal tribute to the Bee Gees.
All right!
Thanks so much for talking to us. It's not the first time you've been in Liverpool, is it? We've had you around these parts before.
Yeah, we've been coming here for quite some time. I think the first time we played here was on our tour with Electric Six, maybe 12 or 13 years ago, something like that. Okay. We tried to make it a regular stop, one of my favorite places.
It seems to go down well. I've seen you here before, and you always seem to draw a reasonable crowd.
Yeah, very reasonable people here.
Oh, well, Liverpool's all about the music, isn't it, with the history and everything?
Oh, yes.
Do you get a chance
I've
to do
heard
any
that there's a famous
thing?
band. Oasis is from here, right?
Yeah. Oh, God, don't say that. If we publish that on our website, we'll get lynched when we get home. No, do you get a chance to go around and look at any of the famous bits of Liverpool while you're here, or is it just literally in, playing out?
Today, that's all it is.
Yeah.
And most times, that's all it is. But we have, back then, I think it was that first show we went up in the Needle.
Yeah.
I did an interview with the radio station.
The one
there.
that spins round.
I don't remember if it's spinning or not. But
they have some weird shit in Liverpool.
and I've of course been to the Cavern Club.
Yeah.
And am I missing anything else? What else should I see?
No, I don't know. Probably others. I don't know. There's statues and things, aren't there? And
funny. Can I tell you a funny story?
Go on. I'm always up for a funny story.
You know, when we travel around the UK, people always ask, where are you playing tomorrow night? And almost, unless you're playing in London or Oxford, they're like, why are you going there? Shit town, careful you don't get stabbed. And I'm like, okay. And Liverpool, everybody say, watch your wallet, careful you don't get stabbed.
Your tour bus will be up on bricks with no wheels on it.
Well, and so we pull into Liverpool.
Yeah.
And there are palm trees and the sun is shining. It's just a beautiful day. And we, I think after soundcheck, I went to the Travelodge, and there's that kind of government building with that square and the grass is all green and everything. And walking around, man, the pool is really nice. It's not what they said. And then next thing you know, I see like 4 guys run across the yard and attack one guy and just start beating the shit out of him in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Welcome to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So what plans are you here for much longer, or are you heading back home soon? How much longer on the tour is there to go?
We play in the UK through Sunday.
Right.
So 5 more shows after this. And then we go to continental Europe.
Okay.
Yeah,
are you going to be doing any festivals over there this year? It'd be cool to see you at some of the European festivals.
We're doing some in the UK.
Okay.
I don't think they've announced yet.
Right.
But it'll be in July.
Right, okay. Ooh, I'm trying to think where you could be playing in July now. Who has a festival in July?
There are a few of them.
Yeah, there's a couple. Keep an eye out for that. So whereabouts in Europe will you be going then? Anywhere exciting? Anywhere you've not been before, or have you pretty much covered everything?
Most places, we haven't played a lot in continental Europe.
No.
We've played in, a few places in France. And so this time we're going to France.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 or 5 shows, something like that. Spain, 4 or 5 shows. Portugal for 1, and then 2 in Germany.
That's good. Because Germany's got a massive metal scene, hasn't it? I don't know if you've played over there often.
Yeah, more for festivals than we have venue shows. But yeah, we're just doing 2 shows in Germany this time at the end of the tour.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. And as I was saying during the testing, we need to ask you, what is Lance?
I feel like that's a rhetorical question.
Is he a gig like the rest of you? Is he a throwback, or did you find him in a hole somewhere?
He was an intern,
right?
With one of the guys who started the band, and he had a Lance costume sitting there in his office from this band called the Two Skinny Jays.
Okay.
A very talented guitarist named Lance, and we had the outfit, and then just put it on our Lance, and a clown was born.
And it just sort of happened.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So how long have you guys actually been going then? Were you there at the beginning or did you join later? Or?
Yeah, I was there at the beginning.
Right.
So from the very beginning, it's been myself in this lineup, myself and Andy Gibbs-Waning, the bassist.
Yeah.
And then on the first album, Disco Mountain Man sang one song. He wasn't really a full member of the band yet, and then he joined us by the third album.
He's a talented bastard, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I'll tell him he said that.
Oh, thank you. Always very impressed watching him. He seems to be able to turn his hand to anything. Not that the rest of you aren't. I mean, that's one of the things that I love about coming to watch you guys, because your show is theatre, but you're also very, very good musically.
That's why I keep telling everybody.
You know, it's not, you guys can play, can't you?
Yeah, we are the world's greatest musicians.
You absolutely are. Do you ever want to write your own stuff, or are you happy just putting your own twist on other people's music and giving it that tragedy sound? So
none of us before this band were in a tribute band or a cover band or anything. And I was a songwriter my whole life.
Yeah.
And I think most of us were, and some still are. Disco Mountain Man still is very prolific.
I can imagine he would be.
Yeah, he has his solo project, Cornmow, and his other band, 357 Lover, all original music.
Yeah.
But for me, over a few years when the band started, I started writing less and less because this, even though we are doing cover songs, we are reinventing it. Is it quite challenging
to put your own stamp on it? Do you have to kind of deconstruct them then?
Yeah, so it takes a lot of creative energy and the kind of same creative inspiration that songwriting does.
Right.
And it kind of fills that void for me.
Because you do certainly, you put your own stamp on those songs, don't you? They're instantly recognisable, but not quite how you've ever heard them before, basically.
Yeah.
Is that what you're aiming for?
We have to do it, we have to put our own stamp on it, or it's not worth doing, is the way we feel about it.
And how much time do you spend rehearsing? Because your show is also perfectly choreographed to look chaotic, if that makes sense. I would imagine it's nowhere near as chaotic as it looks. Would that be true?
I don't know. Most of the rehearsal takes place on stage.
Fair enough.
Yeah, not a lot of rehearsal.
Not as much time as we might think.
When we're putting together some new songs or new set lists or something like that, then we will get together and rehearse, but it's only couple times.
Oh right, okay. So you don't kind of rehearse the stage moves or anything, because sometimes you all seem beautifully coordinated. You know, like when you do the magic trick and you turn around and you've morphed into Black Abbott, for example. Does it take a while to practice that?
So much of this stuff.
Or does it just kind of happen organically?
So much of it happens, or someone will have an idea and start doing it on stage. And then someone else picks up on it.
Oh,
and then sometimes we talk about it, and then sometimes we don't.
It just happens. I think sometimes that's the best thing, though, isn't it? Just to be spontaneous about it.
I think it makes it really fun.
Yeah.
For the audience, and I think it gives it that beautifully unpolished kind of. That excitement, anything
what are they going
to
do next, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The latest album, has that been out for a while? How's that going for you?
That came out in the beginning of March.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Good.
Very proud of this album.
Yeah.
It's called I Am Woman.
Okay.
So all songs made famous by a female artist.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah, it was nice to, kind of focus our
Did that stretch your vocal?
Theme.
Although you have quite a wide vocal range anyway, don't you?
That's true.
Was that a stretch, trying to...
we always make it our own.
Some of those notes.
We always make it our own, and originally starting off doing only Bee Gees songs. That's where we had to stretch right away.
I suppose once you've done that, anything else is easy, isn't it? Are we going to get any surprises in the set tonight? Is there going to be stuff that we've not seen before over here?
If I told you, then
it
wouldn't be a surprise.
Well, we won't be publishing this till after the show, obviously.
Then, in that case, yes.
Good. Right. Okay. And where are you going next? You said you have 5 more UK dates to play.
Yeah. So we are in. I got this. Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wednesday. Thursday in London.
Yeah.
Friday at Teddy Rocks Festival.
Oh, right, yeah.
Saturday in Bristol and Sunday in Brighton, where we've never played before.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brighton's lovely.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
hear.
another seaside town. You can go and walk on the beach and have ice cream and fish and chips and things. Traditionally British things, if you
All
feel
right.
that way inclined.
Yeah, well, you should do that before leaving Britain.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us. It's been fascinating getting a bit more of the tragedy mindset coming across. Hopefully the people who view our website will come out and have a look at you as well. Because
Look at us.
Yeah, I've always loved watching you guys because you make me smile.
I wish I could see us sometimes,
Yeah.
you know? Because it just seems magnificent.
Do you get much feedback from the crowd when you're on stage? Do you? Some bands seem to be in their own little world, and some bands are absolute vampires, aren't they? And the more feedback they get from the crowd, the better they play. Would you say that happens with you guys?
It's both. I mean, it's so funny. Like being a musician and performer is such a balance of being completely selfish and self-absorbed and being completely selfless.
Yeah.
So yeah, like sometimes shut it out. And, sometimes I wish that we have in-ear monitors now, so we're kind of isolated from the audience, more than I'd like to be.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have a mic on the audience so I could hear a little bit more, especially here in Liverpool, because they really give it back.
They do.
I love it.
Have you ever considered maybe stripping tragedy right back and maybe going out and doing an acoustic set somewhere? Is that something you've ever done? Or something you'd think about?
It's a really tricky thing for us because we're taking soft rock and making it hard.
Yeah.
And then you're saying that
we
have to make it soft again. So it's like if you do a 180 and then you do another 180, you might end up back in the same place.
Right, okay. So you don't want to go too far back to the roots of those songs.
I mean, it's kind of hard. We would have to reinvent our reinvention. We get asked that. Occasionally, can you do an acoustic set or something like that? I was like, well, might be one song that works. That's about it.
Oh, I'm sure you could do more than that.
It's such a heavy sound.
I don't know, I think you have quite a variety of sound and style within the actual set as it is.
That's true.
Because, you also take some metal songs and kind of soften them down a bit.
We did that one time.
Yeah.
We did, a Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Turn that into
and
soft
that worked
rock.
quite well.
Yeah.
Well, from where I was standing in the crowd, it seemed to work well anyway.
I think that would be how an acoustic set would have to work.
Yeah. Okay. Right, okay. See, I'm running out of things to ask you again.
Okay, I'm running out of things to say anyway. So.
Right, well, shall we wrap it up there then and just say thank you, Mo Royce, for talking to Rockflesh. Have a great gig tonight, and we're really looking forward to coming and watching it.
All right, looking forward to rocking it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, cheers.